Today we will be discussing something very important that has affected many homes, that is causing a lot of division, and then many have been finding ways to see how they get permanent remedy for it. And what is that thing? That has to do with what has threatened a lot of men's life. And it dawned on me in my course of finding that indeed sometimes they get to bother about one aspect of the problem without paying attention to the other aspects of the problem, which is the reason why we consider this topic very vital and important for us all to talk about. And what is that problem? What is that topic? As it has been passed on in flyer, it is for us to understand the male reproductive health as a window to total wellness of the body. You see, a lot of persons are unaware of the fact that the male reproductive organ is actually a natural diagnostic organ given to the man to actually know his state of health. So beyond the erection, beyond the reproductive function, it is actually one of the antenna that gives the information to the man whether he is well or he is not well. And today we want to unravel some of those mysteries, some of those information that are very much unknown to us. This session is not meant to last beyond 30 minutes. We'll try to wrap up everything and go about our usual business. Now, just so you know, the penis, as it has been known to be the actual name of what it is more than a sexual organ. It reflects an overall body health, so it acts as a biological health meter. Many persons don't know about this. Yes. Now, if it is functioning very well, it just shows that the blood circulation is normal in your entire system. It shows that the hormones are also normal. It shows that your nerves function are normal. It shows also that your mental health is okay. It shows that your sleeping quality is good. It shows that your heart condition is normal. So it is like a predictor of what happens to the man's general body system if it is functioning normal. Now, the question is, how then do we know whether it is functioning normal or it is not functioning normal? This is part of the information we are going to be looking at in the course of this presentation today. Now, for some, they think that the reproductive health organ of the man is simply only a thing to call attention when they notice that it is no longer standing up or carrying out the main non-function of doing a reproductive action like conjugal act, the bedroom act between man and woman. Once that is not working again, that is the only time they think that something is wrong. No, before it gets to that stage, a lot of other signals might have been passed on to you that you didn't pay attention to. And that is the essence for this discussion, so that you would actually pay good attention to your system and know that something is either not right or something needs to be checked. Now, why is the issue or the matter of erection so important? It is important because it has been proven beyond doubt, according to Harvard studies, that erection activity is more than just mere desire. Please, if at any point you can't hear me, I want you to draw my attention, please. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good. Now, that erection, thank you. Erection is far more beyond mere desire. It is your health. Erections are not just about desire. How? Erections are a biological process that require coordination between the brain, the hormones, the blood vessels, the nerves, the heart, and healthy erection indicates healthy internal system. So by implication, a weak erection may be the body's early sign of warning. So you have to listen, you have to live healthy so you can stay strong. Now, Why is it so? Because the particular arteries that feeds the penile region is actually very tiny and small. And because it's tiny, because it's small, because it's narrow, every quick abnormalities can be detected once the supply to that area is not normal. Now, that being the case, this is a kind of view of what it looks like for a man who is fully and internally diagnosed with healthy system. This whole thing, of course, I'll be giving us PDF for it. Now, let us begin with the issue of nighttime erection. A lot of persons may know, and some do not know, that your body works even while you sleep. And understanding this nocturnal erection gives you a better information in order to pay attention to your health, to know if something is right or wrong. Now, first of all, this nocturnal erection occurs naturally during deep sleep. Now, it usually happens multiple times per night, and they are involuntary because you do not do them by your consciousness. It just happens. The only thing that many people get to know is that deep sleep for some come around 3-4 a.m. and because of that, they now feel the only time they get to know that a man's organ is normal is when they wake up and realize that that erection is working. They know you are normal. Or when they wake up and see their children having erection, they know that their children is very well okay. But beyond that, there are many other times it happens that you are not aware of. And these things are not controlled by your consciousness. It just happens involuntarily. So, if this happens during your nighttime sleeping, it means you have a healthy blood circulation. It means your nerves are responsive. They are taking signals very well. It means your hormones are in good condition. It also means that you are getting a very healthy sleeping cycle. So, if there is a total absence of nighttime erection, this may signal deeper health issues that you need to pay attention to. Now, what is the science that connects this whole thing I'm trying to talk about? Now, sexual health is connected to an overall health. What medical experts have observed is that researchers have linked erectile dysfunction with cardiovascular disease. They have connected it with diabetes. They have connected it with hormonal imbalance, and they have connected it with stress disorder. This means when a man complains of not having erection, it's not enough to just conclude that it is sugar, you are diabetic, or it is prostate, or you don't just take one side. There is an overall need to check the entire system. What is the state of the cardio health? What is the sugar level? One wrong notion people have is that they think when we talk of sugar, they relate it more onto the one that someone has been diagnosed and that you are having social type of diabetes. No, the daily consumption of carbohydrates stores sugar in our body sometimes beyond what the body needs. That's the problem. That can affect. So for the fact that your insulin is working normal and then you are not yet getting to have that difficulty in breaking down some things in your system, you feel all is well. No, all may not be well. You need to check. You need to confirm. You need to measure well. So it is important to note that your sexual health or a man's sexual health often declines majorly before the proper illness takes place. And once that is happening, just understand that something is going wrong in your system and attention needs to be paid to it so that you can avert the danger that is actually building up. Now, how do we now see this connection to the blood flow? Generally speaking, healthy circulation is about stronger performance and better health. How? Healthy erection depends heavily on healthy circulation. So once blood must blood must flow freely into the penile region, the penile tissue, in order for it to have strong response for erection and for lasting. So once there is poor circulation, definitely the current flow there reduces. How does this happen? As you can see on this image, you will see the diagram that is marked here to be cancelled and the one that is marked to be good. You will notice that the one that is cancelled have some kind of linings that is yellowish around the inside the vessel, inside that organ, the vein, and the other one is free. The free one is what is expected to be, so that there will be proper flow. But the one that has that yellowish substance, those are toxins, those are fats, those are cholesterol. Those can be as a result of infection. And once that happens, it narrows the vein, it closes the vein. So the supply is no longer sufficient. And a lot of things can cause it. What are they? We talk about smoking, we talk about blocked arteries as a result of fat or high cholesterol. And for someone who is already hypertensive, of course, that blockage is there, it's obvious. Then you talk about obesity, weight. That is why it is important to monitor one's weight. You need to know that your BMI must be in a balanced state and healthy state. When you know your height, you should be able to measure it along with your weight. Now, penile arteries are small, like I talk, and because they are smaller than the heart arteries, they easily can show when there is problem in the system. So erectile dysfunction and heart health, they are very, very connected. They are so tight that if you can pay attention to it, a whole lot of things can be resolved. It is not about taking medication. Some people take medication to aid the performance, but at the end of the day, if the real problem is not addressed, you will not get results. That is why it's common to say that I have taken this product, I've taken that product, but my performance is still low, my libido is still low, my diet is not happening. Why? Because the real problem has not been addressed. And what is that problem? The arteries are blocked. So erectile dysfunction is as an early warning sign that anyone should pay attention to when issues of health generally is concerned. So most especially, you should know that it is actually attributed to cardiovascular health. Now, ED, which is erectile dysfunction, may appear 2 to 5 years before issues like heart attack will come to play, before issue like stroke will come to play, before issue like severe cardiovascular disease will take place. So if you pay early signs and pay attention to the early signs, you are likely going to stop those problems from coming up in the future. Now, ED is not merely a sexual problem, meaning erectile dysfunction is not merely an issue of sexual problem, but it may be a cardiovascular signal calling attention. So early awareness can save life. You should go and get checked so you stay protected, and better heart health can now give you a better life. Why we say prevent the problem today so that tomorrow will be protected. The roles of nerves. The nerves, as you may know, every signal matters. So your nerves, your health, these are what actually communicate the message easily for response. So the nervous system and the penile health actually gets to do things like erection require accurate nerve signaling. So if the nerves are functioning well, they will be responsive. So there will be signal. The muscles will respond. Everything will go to respond in order to give you what you are looking out for. Now, if stress comes to play, of course, the reaction or the response of the nervous system will be down. So you must also check the fact that stress can create problem that can affect erectile dysfunction. Why? Because the stress will make the nerves not to be too responsive, and because the nerve signal is not well communicated, the muscles that will be responsible for erection will not respond. Then we'll now talk about chronic anxiety. It can also interfere with the nervous response. This can lead to what? Sexual irresponse. It can lead to recovery delay. It can lead to sleeping of the entire nerves. It can lead to low libido. So, attention will be paid to the nervous system. How responsive are you? Sometimes people will tell you, you hit me, I don't feel pain, you do this. Why? Numbness take place. But unfortunately, the one around the penile region is not what you might easily want to go and test to confirm how responsive you are. Unless you pay attention to what actually happens when you try to communicate to the brain your intention of wanting to have erection. So, stress is something that men must try to manage. You cannot walk your life all through and never create time to rest. So, not resting is actually endangering not just your performance in bed, but your entire body system is going to be at risk. So you need rest. So the nerve actually creates system balance. Now, stress and mental health, your mind, your hormones, and performance, they are all connected. Very much connected. So if you have chronic stress, one thing you should know is that your cortisol will definitely shoot up. Now, again, depression and anxiety also reduces what? Libido. That is a function of stress. Emotional exhaustion can also affect hormone production. That is a function of stress. Then poor mental health impact erections quality. A man who is home, tired, and wanting to sleep, you are asking him for bed action. What are you expecting? Once he climbs the bed, he dies down. The body will shut down. And once this thing continues to happen over and over for a long period of time, what do you think will happen? The brain will get accustomed to that culture. Once it's that time, the brain knows that this is a shutdown moment. So the entire system will begin to shut down. So whatever happens at that time, you will not be responsive again. This thing don't just happen one day. It takes time. So the body should be well checked so that you don't put it under stress continuously. You need to manage stress. You need to eat good food that elevates your energy level. You need to sleep well and you need to live better. Now, when you sleep, what happens? When you sleep, a lot of things take place there. First, during sleep, your testosterone production peaks during sleep very well. That is when that hormone is released. So this explains why sleep is very essential. But some people, in the name of hustle, they work almost 24 hours. They have no time to rest. And when we say sleep, we're not talking about nap. You just close your eye for 15 seconds, you open it and you say, I've had a sleep for today. No, all in the name of struggle and hustles. When you hustle and you don't live to enjoy it, what is the essence? It doesn't make sense at all. So deep sleep can actually support hormone repairs, brain recovery, and nocturnal erections. Deep sleep. That is the moment when your testosterone needs to be released in a manner and quantity the way it's supposed to be so that you will stay very agile and okay. Now, what are the things that disrupt a man's sleep? Stress, as I've emphasized. Alcohol is another thing. Late night. You open your eyes, you're on screen, you are browsing, you are doing your crypto trading, you are doing so many things. As such, you don't get quality sleep. It's a problem. And sleep apnea. All of those things actually can question the quality of rest that the body needs in order to give you strength for the next day. Quality sleep today, stronger you become tomorrow. Now, the hormones and the testosterone, what and how do they relate in order to ensure good performance, good erection, strong erection, or better sexual activity? Now, there is a great connection. The testosterone actually affects your libido, it affects your energy, it affects your mood, and your muscle strength much as the erection. So when you have a very high shoot, it means for the man, your drives for sexual desire will come up. Your stamina and vitality will be boosted up. Your support mentally will be well built up. Your muscles will become very active and sustainable, and then your health support for erection will be there without needing any aid like Viagra product to give you strong and hard erection. You don't need that. Instead, you have naturally secured yourself a balanced hormone that can keep your health good. Now, these hormones, of course, they are chemical messengers that keeps balance. They make you stay strong and make you stay healthy. This is where the communication between the brain and every other part of your system get to work. So what are the things that can lower your testosterone's release? One is tiredness, which is fatigue, consistent tiredness. It can bring it down. It can also lower the same thing can lead to lower desire. So your desire for sex or desire for intimacy with your partner will drop down. And then the next thing will be what? Once it consistently happens, generally speaking, your brain will no longer have effective communication with the nerves and your system. As such, erectile dysfunction will start coming up because you begin to experience difficulty in erection. Now, when we talk of diabetes, like I said earlier, your blood sugar have a lot impact in your system, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we are talking about you having to be diagnosed a diabetic patient. Excess intake of your daily carbs can actually build up unwanted level of carbohydrate. In the recent time, as I would always advise my male counterparts, say, do not take energy food, carbohydrate food much, especially as dinner. It's not good. It's not good. The best you can do is take them early hours of the afternoon, 11, 12. They are okay because you still have active day to burn them out. But no, at night, some people even wake up at 10, 11 to eat, swallow. Some will tell you it's the nature of my job. No, you can change your dietary timing. So, diabetes can damage the blood vessels, meaning blood sugar can damage the blood vessels. And then it can also make your nerves not to be responsive. And once this thing happens, what happens? It means supply to your penile region will be reduced or will not be there. As a result, there won't be erection. So high sugar level can reduce circulation. And then it can also make the insulin activity to become resistant. So many diabetic men first notice symptoms through sexual changes. It comes gradually. Many, they discover that. But beyond it, if you can self-control what you consume, it will help. You can see the diagram where you see a diabetic damaged vessel, how it is carrying that yellowish substance around, and a damaged nerves with those sparkles, as you can see there. Now, what now happens? Once you do this, look at this diagram. Dissect the man into two. You can see that the man that is, when his system is healthy, on the left hand side, as you can see, is showing a very clean vessel, free from anything. But look at the one on the right hand side there. When you are facing your screen, you can see how dirty it is. So the system is struggling to breathe. Blood supply is low. There will be problem. There will be problem. Even the heart will be suffering. Now, inflammations and lifestyle. We're talking of what can also cause further problem. Once there is chronic inflammations, damages of course will take place. I mentioned it earlier, but just as a repeat, smoking can cause that. Excessive alcohol can cause that. Processed foods can cause that. Lack of exercise can cause that. And obesity can cause that. This is just for emphasis. So, your lifestyle, your dietary style can affect it. So, what you need to do is make sure you take in things or practice a style of life that can support proper circulation in your system. Now, look at it. here too, dissect the image into two. You can see the one that is bad, the unhealthy lifestyle system, where you can see the cigarette, the alcohol, and processed drink that is put with straw there. You will notice that the system is locked. The veins are locked. But look at the other side where you see fruits for the healthy lifestyle. Fruits, vegetables, and then you see that the vessels are clean. So, for somebody who is looking for such a good response of his penile action while you are treating them with any product, please ensure that fruits, fibers, vegetables are very good for such person to take. Now, what are the warnings, common warnings, signs that you should pay attention to? 1. If you begin to experience weak erection, it's a sign that there is poor blood circulation or your nerves are beginning to develop issues. Number 2, if you begin to lose morning erection, that morning one, that is an indication that your testosterone level is down or your system is undergoing serious stress. But if it is a case of losing reduced level of libido, losing interest and desire for conjugal act, is a sign that your hormones are having some imbalanced activity in your system. And if you have fatigue, it means as you wake up you get persistent tiredness. It also shows that you are not normal. Something is wrong. A lot of things are wrong and you need to go check yourself as it persists. Then when you no longer can sleep well, it affects your hormones, like you said. It affects your nerves, it affects your circulation, it affects the brain. A whole lot of things go bad. So you must do what can relax your system in order to get quality sleep. This means intentionally knowing when to sleep. Just go and lie down and rest. Off your phone, keep every other thing that can bring you active. Just go and sleep as though there is no problem in this Tiniberian economy. Now, apart from that, you can see a man here who is worried with so many things. So many things. He is tired, he can't sleep, he has low libido, there's weak erection, his mood is changing. A whole lot of things are playing around in his head. He is not normal. There are problems which needs to be fixed. Now, the root causes versus quick fix. First thing first, I want you to know that it is not the amount of pills you take that will actually solve the problem. The pills you take may not really solve the problem. The pills won't solve the problem at all. What you need to do is you need to consciously take activities that can support good, healthy life, long-lasting solutions. So, improve your heart health with natural food, manage your stress, carry out regular exercise, improve your sleep level, eat healthy food, and then go for medical evaluation when necessary. The pills can only cloud or hide the problem for some time, but I tell you, later it will still come up. Look at what we have here. Taking of pills. What happens? These problems only get temporary reduction, but when you do the right thing, you get a permanent or better long-lasting solution for a healthy life. Now, natural support that is being needed. Just for the emphasis, balanced nutrition, drink good water in good quantity, regular exercise, stress management, quality sleep, and then this simple choice can give you natural support, makes you feel stronger, then you empower your health, you elevate your life. Now, this is where GPG now comes to play. That with GPG herbal products, which are natural combinations, I tell you, this product will sterilize your streams, your blood vessels, your arteries, give you the kind of cleansing that is needed in order to keep your vessels open enough for proper circulation. Now, many a time people will say all the products have the same or similar kind of work. I would not say no to it. Why? Because they share some kind of ingredients. But you should understand also that some of the particular specific products have certain ingredients more. For instance, Oxy 3030 is one product you need if you are interested in keeping your bloodstream healthy, open, to ensure proper circulation. So it's not a question of just wanting to manage a health crisis for someone who is hypertensive. No, it is a necessity product for people who want to checkmate their health. Now, the difference will just rest on you taking in a particular dosage or given some kind of spacing and timing. Again, I-45 is another product that you need to be able to be balancing your sugar consumption level from glucose-based food. You need them to keep your health okay and in check. Not because you have been diagnosed diabetic, but because you need it to keep your vessels free from toxins or from sugar-related toxins that are blocking your vessels. Now, when we talk of detox, we say once in a while, take the detox capsule so you can sterilize your digestive column, so that you can keep your column healthy. Then when you take U7, you're also taking out some parasites to make the digestive system more healthier. That way, issues that comes with keeping and not allowing proper microbes to act on your food, you'll be able to take them out better and easy. OG1 is there to also boost your immune system so that inflammations that comes with as a result of viral activities in your system, you will be able to control them out. Now, this is how powerful GPG herbal products have been designed to help you. Stressing on the T, you already can tell for those who have used it that all of this is to ensure that your health is optimally given the right support to perform naturally. Now, the bigger questions you should always ask yourself is, ask the right question, protect yourself. Now, instead of you asking, what is wrong with my penis? I think the right question should be, what is happening to my heart? Why is my hormones like this? What is happening to my nerves? It's not responsive. Why am I not getting good sleep? What is happening to my mental health? I can't connect. I can't relate. I can't remember. It's dropping down. What is happening to the overall body health in my system? With all these kind of questions, you get to see that you will not be a victim of erectile dysfunction. So, ED is not just a sexual issue. It could be your body giving you early signs. So when you ask the right question, you will control yourself and then you will live better. Now, in summary, what you should take home, what you should bear in mind in this whole session is that penile health reflects total body health. Erection depends on circulation, hormones, nerves, and mental wellness. Erectile changes may predict future illness. Lifestyle choices can strongly affect the male reproductive health, and early attention can save life. Now, all you need to do, if you have this kind of problem, consult a medical doctor. Sit down, discuss, share the situation so you'll be advised on what best to do. And where need be, use food dietary as we have suggested, using GPG herbal products as a better remedy to the problem. Now, in conclusion, take care of your heart, take care of your brain, take care of your hormone, take care of your sleep, take care of your mental health, and try to live a good lifestyle that can support your better health. With this, confidently, anytime you go into the other room and you are coming out, I want to tell you, even the neighbors who heard the sound will clap for you, just like these doctors are clapping for this healthy man. They will clap for you that you have done so greatly and you are going out with confidence, with your ego well protected. This is the end of my presentation. I hope to take one or few questions so that we call it a day, and then you spread this good news that the erectile problem you are trying to solve is not merely to give the third leg an ability to react by using some aid. No, it is important we check the overall health system for better health and better response. Thank you for listening while I take question from you.
Uh, Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, ma.
Okay, my question goes like this. Like, as you are teaching us, you didn't mention much about prostate issue with proper erection. Does it mean that somebody that is having issue with the prostate can have a good erection?
As a matter of fact, before you get to the prostate problem, if you understand what I'm trying to say, it means there have been a problem already from the veins, the nerves, that has allowed the accumulated toxin to inflame the prostate gland. So if you want to solve the prostate problem, you don't just think that you are getting a product that goes straight and then say, hey, Mr. Prostate Gland, I'm here for you. And then it goes, no. While trying to take anything for the prostate gland health, make sure that you are speeding up the clearing of the vessels, because it is a clean vessels that will take the right nutrients to where it is needed. So for instance, if you are taking a prostate health product and the vessels are locked, it means to even pass the nutrient that is going to heal the prostate gland, there is nothing that will flow. It will not go. Why? It's blocked. The communication will still not be there. So for prostate health, first thing first is to see that the nervous system, the arteries, they are all cleared out and they are okay before you can get that response, because any medicine you are taking carries nutrients that is aimed at solving a problem, and if something blocks the messenger from going to where to deliver the message, then the message will rot on the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there another question from anyone?
If I can ask one more question.
Please, right on, ma.
There is somebody that is a client of mine that giving our product for prostate issue. According to him, it's supposed to be, the normal is supposed to be 4 testing, but his own is up to 10, 9, 10. Because he went for a test and doctor explained to him. So that before now, he said that over 6 months, he has not been having erection. So I'm giving him our products. After about 2-3 weeks, the man called me that is having a very strong erosion, because our plan is that after taking it for 3 months, you go back for a check. Let's see how it goes. But now that the man is, even today, he called me that my wife is running because of my stress. So does it mean that the prostate is getting better?
Yes,
the prostate issue is getting better.
It's getting better because, like you said, the products you were giving him from GPG, they are products that does not only give that prostate support to get it well, they are products that goes to also clean the vessels, open the nerves, and make sure that the nutrients in those products that will address prostate cancer will go there and do its work, while the other ones that are there to clear the pathways, they are also clearing the pathways. You understand? As little as Oxy 3030 we have seen, Oxy 3030 also manages sugar in the body. So because of those multiple ingredients that are contained in each of them, yes, it is carrying out both the clearing of the nerves and also the healing process. So it is very much possible, but body system differ. 1, 2, how chronic a particular health for a person is differ from another person. So with all of these factors put together, we will also say that if he even wants a faster and more responsive way, he can check his diet by increasing his intake of vegetables, fiber-based food, and less of carbs. He will marvel. I'm telling you, he will marvel.
Good evening, everyone. Taking a lot of vegetables and fruits. Yeah.
Good evening.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
I've been enjoying the lecture. In fact, it is a very great one because I was so interested in this lecture because it has to do with men's health, and no man should play with this kind of lectures. And I want to request that this page and the lecture should be repeated at least for the next week. We should repeat it over and over because it's not only for men, even the women should also be part of it, and because it's a very, very important aspect of it. You know, when it comes to ED, that is erectile dysfunction, we come from two angles. We talk about psychological impotence or ED. We talk about physiological ED. When you talk about psychological ED, they're talking about issues that brings about stress to the brain. Concerns, I've not been able to pay my rent, I have school fees to pay, I have this and that. Why I'm saying this is that if a man comes to you and tell you, Omo, these days my P man is not really responding, I don't know what is happening. First of all, sit them down and ask them, what is their stress level? What is that? What is that? What is that? When they say all those things are okay, then you now move to the physiological aspect of it, where you might be having diabetic challenges around. You might be having issues of prostate enlargement, which can also cause a case around the vessels and the arteries around the penile region, because these arteries, they are very close to each other. They are very close to the prostate gland and all of that. So you will look at all those factors and see. So in reality, if there is no physiological issue as very chronic, and there is no psychological issue as very chronic, prostate might not necessarily cause, I say, when it becomes severe, that the person is already feeling it, the person has already centered his mind towards it and all of that, that can also lead to ED. All right. But when the person is still very nonchalant about this prostate health and the rest of them, and he has no psychological issue, he still he goes to gym, he does all his normal activities and is very active. Once there is proper opening of the vessels and there is proper inflow of blood to the penile region, there would not only be an erection, there will be a full erection. Now, if the person you are giving the product, for instance, our matron, Madam Gloria, total favors, I always call you. If the person you are giving this product to, you are giving the person also, you are giving the person also maybe our SS capsule. Our SS capsule contains ginseng. It contains the finest of ginseng. You know, American ginseng is what our SS capsules is carrying. It's a carrier of American ginseng, which goes straight to the brain to create mental alertness and to bring clarity of purpose and to bring the mind to stillness, relax the nerve, dilation, blood vessel dilation, and the rest of them. So the miracle working God that has gone through the SS capsule will definitely make the man, even not only will he have erection, but he will have a larger, fuller, and elongated erection. If you call that man today and ask the man that, do you know your penis length or penis size? If he will tell you, he will tell that before it was maybe about 5 inch, and now he's enjoying about 6 inch, and the git is about 5 inch or about 4 inch right now. So at the end of the day, the man will enjoy a different this thing. But just advise him not to be too excited, because he needs to be careful so that he doesn't go and injure his wife or nothing, you know, out of excitement. So I just want to add this, that this topic is a very crucial topic, and people need to know this, because penis size is a factor of the inflow of blood that goes to the penile region. That is one. Penis size also matters. Two, where you will know there are men, when they are disturbed, their penis not only not only will it not stand, it will begin to shrink inside. It begins to go back inside as if there is moving back inside, because of psychologically they have become impotent. So you hear their wife do not touch them, or all of that. That's also one of those men, because they are used to their wife and the rest of them. So the pressure on them is so settled with their wife. But when they go out, the same person will tell you, I went and met one monkey and the monkey decided to touch me and I was very okay. But when I come to my wife, I don't know what is happening. Nothing is happening to you. What is just happening to you is that you have the spirit of polygamy in you, and at the same time you are trying to look for an excuse. Don't go after another woman. Just relax, rest your mind, let your brain be clear. Take our SS capsule. It will help you for mental alertness, and then you will do well with your wife on bed. God bless you as I add my voice. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, CEO, for that wonderful contribution, and also a comment for us to have a repeat of this session. I don't know, by the timing I said this program, it might soon log us out, maybe in less than 10 minutes. But is there any other person that has something to say?
Okay, let me quickly ask this our lecturer 30. You are doing a great job there. We really appreciate the efforts and this vital lecture tonight. Thank you very much. I just want to quickly ask, I have a young man, about 24 rather, sorry. He's not yet sexually active. He's not married yet. But he complains that he doesn't have this nocturnal erection as is expected of a young man. So I just wanted to find out, does he really have any cause to be worried and anxious?
So like I said, yes, like I said, he needs to really know his system. He should go for a proper check. Let's know his sugar level. Let's know his cholesterol built in the system. And then most importantly, whether or not he goes through that route, he should check his diet. I've always emphasized that on every time we talk like this. I said, it is not about just taking the medication. If you are doing what will cause the problem, it definitely would. We did a lecture here concerning microorganisms, and I still emphasize the same thing. There are a lot of toxins that build in our system. There are a lot of things that will cause some problem. But in particular to what you are saying now, following my discussions with you, you would understand that his case might be a case where his veins, that are the arteries that are supplying blood to his penile region, they are quite probably locked. So he needs to do anything that can aid naturally, I'm not talking of chemical, to clear his system. If his circulations are well aided, perhaps those problems will leave. So that is what should be done. In the best and safest way, let him go for a full medical check.
All right. And in the meantime, can our excess capsule help?
Won't go straight to just excess capsule. You need to give him detox. You need to be on the T and OG1, and even Oxy 30-30, though not every day. For the Oxy 30-30 you'll be taking, it's not something every day. You can do that perhaps twice or thrice a week, to take Oxy 30-30, just to keep his system clean. Maybe after a couple of 3 weeks thereabout, you can now bring that excess capsule for the mental alertness, for some other response you are looking at, and then the nerves can be more responsive in that regard.
All right. Thank you very much for the information.
You're very much welcome. So I truly do appreciate us all for joining this call. Like I said, because of the set time, I can't extend it since I'm not using a pro version of this app. So please, we will refix again another session for this presentation to be carried out again. But while we do that, let me prepare your mind that going forward, every Wednesday, we want to designate it for prospect session, so that your prospects far and near can join, hear from us. Let's do what we need to do. Activities of GPG is not like before again. A whole lot of changes are being unfolded out, and we are trying to put you through so you get the right information from us. You do the right thing and keep your business going. For some, you might think everywhere is quiet. No, a lot has been happening. If nothing is being noticed, at least before we don't used to have Zoom record or our Google meeting record, but these days all recordings for meetings are being posted. It shows progress. Before now, we don't get to do some kind interactive section with a PDF file to buttress whatever we learn. Now we are sharing it. That's an improvement. And our graphics or video contents are increasing. That shows we're improving. Now the business is in your hand. What are you still waiting for? What is your excuse? Let us go out there and do what we need to do. We have waited enough to look at the fact that there was a price review. But beyond the price review, in our last session, we have told us that there are more which we have pointed to us. Please, awaken your team. Get started. Many lives depend on your word. If only you can tell them there is a solution, hopes will not be lost. And as you do that, God will farm in your vineyards. God will increase you too in your expectations. What may have caused pain for others will not be for you because you are providing solution for people. Keep aside anything and then be more positive about what we are doing here. If you need clarification about anything that is going on in GPG, please reach out to us, talk to us, share with us, and we'll give you the most accurate information you need to know in order to take your business more personal. And as you rest, may God angel be with us, guide us, and may we have a good rest for the men that will ensure that our erection will stay very active. Amen and amen. Good night and have a good night rest.
Good night. That's a wonderful presentation. God bless you more. Bye-bye.
Good one. Thank you very much.
Good night, yeah.
Thank you for the information.
All right.
Well appreciated.
Yeah, bye.